Excuse me. Actually, I was going to ask a similar question. At what point, first of all, if the bid package, if the bid opening is on July 7th, when do they anticipate the actual paving?
Within this paving season, but I don't know, I guess the bid opening is July 7th. They'll choose, a
Like
bidder will be
August or
awarded,
something?
and then they have a certain amount of time, to give notice to proceed and for the contractor to start. So I know that they're planning for this paving season. I'm not sure exactly the date, but I can find out for you.
But we want to be mindful when school starts back up, because that's a bus route.
I'm sorry.
We want to be mindful of when school starts up, because that is a bus route.
And my second question is, where in this process will the residents along that road be contacted regarding any special needs they have or any special concerns they have? We've been trying to keep the residents along a project informed of what's going on, particularly to tell them, there are all these different driveway aprons along the way.
Mm-hmm.
There may be concerns that each particular homeowner may have about what's happening at their particular driveway, just like Bob had mentioned with stormwater drainage, but also if the location of their driveway is where it ought to be.
Mm-hmm.
So is it appropriate to contact the homeowners now, or is it appropriate to contact the homeowners once the bids have been put in?
I would say both. I would say the sooner the better. Contact them, give them preliminary heads up about it, and then once it goes out to bid, then we have more detail and can sit down and give them more detailed information. So I would say the sooner the better.
Do we want to, council want to send a letter to those residents, along the route to inform them that this project is coming? Do you want to compose a letter, Mary Ellen?
Sure. Yep.
Maybe we can get that out by, let's see, if the bid package is supposed to go out in a few weeks, if we could get
even
the letter.
sooner. I think it'll be going out, very shortly.
Right. So if we could get a letter out by the end of the week, do you think that would be possible?
Sure.
Okay. And my other question is regarding handicap ramps, which there seem to be a couple on this map. And I saw the drawings in this. I see one of them is interestingly, one of them is a sort of a curved ramp, kind of like what I was proposing at the corner of Washington and State the other day. And one of them is one of these, looks like kind of a runway with a curb along the side of it. Are these the style ramps that are appropriate for those locations, or are these just sample ramp designs that could be used?
No, actually, I think they're just proposing one curb ramp. These two details, one shows the ramp and one shows the detectable warning surface on here. And that will be, because I asked the same question, and she labeled it on the plans that she emailed me today. That will be at Lincoln Avenue and Frost Lane.
Okay.
It says remove and replace existing curb and sidewalk. As directed by engineer, new ramp, she added to the plan new ramp to meet ADA requirements. So it'll be right at the intersection of Lincoln and Frost, on the intersections on the south side closest to Chancellor Street on that side.
Is there a sidewalk there? No.
I don't think
think so.
there's sidewalk there. I'll get more detail about that.
Yeah.
All right, so...
Julia, can I have a question?
Sure.
It looks like that, according to this design, that the corner of Lincoln and Frost would be significantly changed. There is no sidewalk in front of Dave Cruzen's house, and it looks like putting in a curb there is going to change the angle of the entire intersection and make it somewhat awkward. Where it says end curb, 5-foot curb taper on Linton Hill Road. It looks like it's going to make the whole road dogleg to the left if you do that.
It's going to make the what?
If you add 5 foot of curbing in front of Dave Cruzen's house, it's going to change significantly change that whole intersection at Frost and Lincoln.
Well, that's a curb taper. That's where the curb over a 5-foot
Mhm.
length, goes from the full reveal down to 1.5 or 2 inches, just to tie it back in as a transition. And I think it's probably for drainage purposes that they're pulling it back to there. To Linton Hill.
Are you talking about how it's going to bring that whole side of the road in? It's going to make that road narrower at that point? Is that what you're referring to?
But it's, if you're now, I apologize, I'm stepping out of my shoes, but the plan's in front of me, just going from Lincoln, now you just cross right over to Linton Hill. You got to go a little bit to the right, but you go straight. And just looking at the plan, it almost suggests that you have to come up, make a full right turn, and then make a left turn to get back on Linton Hill. And I don't know, I think that's what Dennis is referring to on the plan, and whether that would actually change it from almost a through street to two separate off-center intersections.
No, I think that that's showing the existing condition, geometry of it. That shows existing edge of road, and they're following, where it says 5-foot curb taper, that's following the existing edge of roadway right now on there. It's just, the difference will be now it'll be curbed for that section, but it's following the edge of roadway.
Okay, so what do you need a motion for us to approve or to authorize the bidding process? Is that
Yes.
what you need? Okay.
To allow them to advertise and put it out to bid.
Okay, and the township is taking care of all of this?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. All right, can I have a motion to that effect?
So moved. Second?
It's been moved and seconded. Any further discussion? Any questions from the audience on this? Okay. Okay.
We don't have plans, so is there a sidewalk running down the south side between Lincoln and Sanford? Is there a sidewalk there? There's no sidewalk there now.
No.
Ramp for a sidewalk should it appear in the future?
And the note says remove and replace existing curb and sidewalk. I'm wondering if there's a little segment of sidewalk. I can drive by that one more time. Yeah, I know that there's not along Frost Lane.
There's
and
kind of a
there's
gravel bed.
small-
Yeah. It's-
I'll get that clarified.
Okay. Great. Okay. If there's no further discussion, I'll call the question. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Okay, so, Mary Ellen, you'll get a letter to Marcia to send out to the residents
Yes.
along, okay, so we'll be informing the residents along that section of Frost Lane regarding an upcoming project and to get some feedback from them regarding concerns about their property and that they'll at least know what's planned for their driveway apron and the edging on their property.